Coming up on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills after show.
If you come for my husband and kids, I will hunt you down!
Basically, I think I'm friends with her and she hates me. Lisa does not want to let this Elton John thing go.
All Lisa wanted was this. Sutton, admit to me that you said that on Watch What Happens Live to defend Garcelle.
So I saw Erika last night, and she totally said, I'm not allowed to drink when I'm on these meds.
I was coming from a place like, you guys should do something. She's your friend, you've known her longer, they're all about how long you've known each other.
I don't think that Garcelle is a nasty person, possibly. She's harboring a bit of resentment, and it was her way of having a little bit of a
revenge.
I'm going to talk to Erika because she said you were a liability.
It's one of the most ironic statements I think I've ever heard in my life, coming from Erika. Garcelle is my friend. To try to snake through, that pisses me off. Your stupid game is not gonna work. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills after show starts now.
At Rinna's wine tasting, Garcelle, you give Sutton a heads up that you're planning on talking to Erika about the liability comment.
Yes.
I'm going to talk to Erika because she said you were a liability. And I want to know why.
Me?
At the rosé, I thought, let's pick it back up. Let's figure out where she was coming from and how could Sutton be a liability to me. Like, we're not doing business together. Like, it made no sense. And I also wanted Sutton to hear it from Erika.
She actually wanted Sutton to come down.
Can we invite her into this conversation?
No. I said no. I will talk to Sutton when I'm good and ready. This is not going to be you and her. You know, it's not going to be you, Garcelle, Sutton coming down, and we're going to have some backyard blowout. I will speak when I'm ready. So if you want to talk to me, Garcelle, let's do it here, and that's it.
It's one of the most ironic statements I think I've ever heard in my life, coming from Erika, that I am a liability. Does she know what that word means? She should ask Crystal, because Crystal knows definitions of words.
The word violate is really crazy to me.
Look up the word. It is an abuse of privacy.
Crystal would be able to give like Webster's dictionary, like verbatim.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense.
I was trying to explain to her that, hey, because you, Garcelle, go and clean up for Sutton, I can't really get to know you better or develop a deeper friendship.
That doesn't make sense, though. That makes me a liability.
Sutton has fallen out with everyone in the group. You, Garcelle, cleaning up for her, people push back. You know, they're like, I don't want to deal with that. My observation only.
I think she felt like maybe that's why Diana's not getting close to me. Maybe that's why some of the other women are getting close. Not all.
I got very angry. I'm like, okay, Erika, we get it. I didn't do anything to you last year. I asked some questions. It made you mad. You called me the C word.
It felt like you were being a bitchy
Now, I am suffering the consequences. Because God forbid anyone stand up to you.
Or questions.
I mean,
the situation, it was so I mean, her situation, and I'm sure she can even say this, is so beyond what you would fathom. Like, it was just so crazy that we were all thinking, Sutton just put it into words.
I think that we have heard stories that, to me, don't add up.
You're saying, I don't believe you, Erika, and I think you're guilty.
I have questions.
And she became the bad guy.
So here I am just suffering the consequences, and I don't care. I'm mad because Garcelle is my friend, like good friend. And to try to snake through and pull us apart, that pisses me off. And it's not gonna work. Your stupid game is not gonna work because we see through it.
So Rinna's rosé party took an unfortunate turn between Sutton and Lisa.
Well, I just remember Lisa telling Sutton to get the out of her house, and she didn't.
Yes! You talk out of both sides of your mouth.
Well, so do you.
No,
and
I
you know
don't.
what? you. Get out of my house. If you're gonna talk like this, you should leave.
I've never seen anybody get thrown out but didn't leave. I
Yes.
was like, why is she here? I have no idea.
I know.
Weren't you kind of
I
like,
was
what
shocked.
is going on?
If you come for my husband and kids, I will hunt you down!
It was shocking. It was like,
I'm not gonna leave. Come on, lady. Or get the out of my house.
Did it feel real to you? That's why I think you didn't
No.
leave. Okay.
You know, Lisa and I have a very interesting friendship. Basically, I think I'm friends with her and she hates me.
I don't like passive-aggressive behavior.
Oh, well, that's the pot calling the kettle black, isn't it?
That's narcissism. That's just being narcissistic.
I think she's like even grayed out from that.
I will torture her. And that's all I'm doing.
You know, when I'm with Lisa one-on-one, it's one thing. And then all of a sudden, she's like coming at me.
Come after me as much as you want, but do not bring up my children or my husband, period, end of story.
Okay.
And if you do, I will come for you till the end of days.
Okay.
Lisa does not want to let this Elton John thing go. She just doesn't.
Don't come for me on national television with your bullshit. I'm not thrilled with what Sutton did around the charity thing. I mean, how stupid is that? She should have kept her mouth shut.
You look like a fool when you did it. So get ready. Get ready for that. That is the truth.
I keep apologizing.
I didn't mean to hurt you or Harry. I'm sorry.
I felt like at that lunch, she really was earnest in her forgiveness.
You shouldn't have done it.
No.
You know that. You did say you were sorry.
I did.
And I have to move on now.
I don't want to hurt somebody. I want her to understand that. And I'm wondering how long I have to apologize before she actually accepts the apology.
Can I say something? All Lisa wanted from Sutton was this. Sutton, admit to me that you said that on Watch What Happens Live to defend Garcelle.
Was Rinna reaching a little bit when she said Garcelle should have thanked Harry Hamlin for his sauce?
I have a story about this, though.
Okay.
I invited them to the Elton John gala.
Okay.
I never got a thank you.
And she wouldn't do it, Sutton wouldn't admit it. And Lisa's not the one that ratchets down. As a matter of fact, she ratchets up.
There's a reason why you want to hurt me. Think about it for
don't know
5 seconds.
If you resist her when she knows, forget it.
You know that Lisa is the truth seeker. So she knew that is the reason why Sutton did it.
Right.
It's just so obvious. And it is frustrating, to be honest. I mean, if I was in that position, when you want to get somewhere with someone and you want to move past, I have to believe that their apology is authentic. Someone cannot actually admit to something. Put all your cards out on the table, have it out, both be honest, and then you can move forward. And Sutton wasn't doing it.
No,
and it was
she
very
would-
difficult for Lisa to let it go.
While at Rinna's, Crystal's eating disorder comes up.
I saw Garcelle the other night, and we
Yes.
talked about a lot of different things, and Diana's party came up, and I remember talking about Crystal and her eating disorder, and I had asked her if she had ever sought professional help, and she said no.
I didn't know where that conversation was going to go. I don't know why we started talking about it. It just seems like that subject is a little too touchy.
Yeah.
Not only for Crystal, but I don't want to bring up anybody's kids, but you know what I mean.
I have a young daughter who went through this when she was 15 years old, and we were already in therapy right away. So my question is,
why don't you seek help?
Why don't you get help for that?
Yeah,
I
exactly.
just thought that's
Well,
a
it's
tough
a
question to
slippery
start talking
slope.
about.
We're not therapists.
And I also didn't want to talk about it without Crystal being there.
Yeah.
I specifically asked her, have you sought therapy for your eating disorder?
Right.
I believe those are the exact words I used. And she said no. Have you sought treatment?
I need to, it's time.
It is time. I think about how hard it was for me to finally make that call to a psychiatrist to say, I cannot control the feelings that I'm having. I can't shake it. I feel hopeless. You know, and that to me, I'll be straight up honest, was like, I felt defeated.
Yeah.
But I also knew if I didn't do this, what was the alternative? Like, there was no getting better. It wasn't magically going to get better. I needed medical help. And so I sought that. and I was open about it. I just don't understand if Crystal is open about having a disorder. Let's also get the help you need.
I love that you're an advocate.
I didn't want to be.
Well, no, you're listen, I too, I'm sitting here and I'm saying therapy helped me so much.
Right.
Still helps me.
Yes.
Tremendously.
Me too.
With my PTSD. I can't imagine going through what I'm going through and having been officially diagnosed with PTSD and not have the therapy, because it's really what helps. When Crystal spoke to me about it, it just seemed very grave.
Recently, we all went to Craig's, and I sat next to Crystal. We spent over an hour, and she told me that she's vomiting every day.
What? She was telling me things which she's told the entire group, and this is all out there. She wouldn't be upset with me saying it because she's been very vocal about it, which I think, on one hand, it shows such strength and vulnerability, but to normalize it in the way that she does and not try to find a way to help her cope.
Or manage, just manage it.
Yeah, it saddens me.
People deal with issues differently. And I actually said, growing up for me, no one went to see a psychiatrist, no one went to see a psychologist, that you were considered crazy if you did that. So I thought maybe there was some kind of shame around it, that she didn't want to go.
And she's not the first person in the group to struggle with this, by the way.
Yes, I know.
Kyle was very open.
Yes. I started when I was 17. I would take V8 juice and put it in a bowl and heat it up, and that was my food.
Oh my God.
That was 99 pounds.
There have been other women in our group whose family members have,
Yes.
No matter how many deaths anorexia causes, all I cared about was the skinniness.
Well, if Amelia Gray, Lisa's daughter, can inspire me to reach out to the psychiatrist, because that's the truth, come on, you have a group of women here that not only understand, but can show you, that can help you, that can lead you.